Hey ladies and gents, and welcome back. So today we have a pair of Nicks Handmade Boots. So this is a USA Made in America brand. It's been around about since the mid 60s, and we got a pair sent in to us to be redone, and that's what we're going to do. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so these boots are pretty dirty and dusty, as you can see. I'm not a big fan of working on boots when they are this dirty, so I'm going to get all these cleaned off and then we'll get to the resole process. So let's go. Look at the nails that hold that top lift on. Wow. All right, let's get this rubber sole off of here. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to place this as the midsole, take this one off. We're going to put a new leather sole on here per his request. We'll tack it back here, and then we will follow this same type pattern. We'll Goodyear welt stitch it on the outside, and then we'll insole stitch it here. It's not really necessary to insole stitch it, but I just think it'll give a little bit more of that rugged look to an all leather sole, and I just think it'll look pretty cool. So let's go. All right guys, so after we got the sole removed, I noticed that this is not actually Goodyear welted. It is a stitch down construction. Basically what that is, the leather upper is just flipped out and then it is stitched through. Nothing bad about that, it's just a different way of doing it, and you see that on a lot of some of the higher quality boots. So anyways, just wanted to bring that to your attention. So let's get these stitches removed.
All right, so a little change of plans. We have decided we went on that front portion underneath the ball of the foot. We're gonna go with a midsole. Our stitching is probably still gonna be the same, and but I think it's gonna just be thinner than what he originally had, and I'd like to keep that front part close to the same amount. And instead of leather and rubber, we're just gonna use all leather. So let's do it. All right, so we're gonna put the heels back on. Some people have been saying, I wish you would explain kind of what you're doing, so we're gonna do it on this one. This shoe has a very defined fiddle here, and when you're putting the blocks back on, especially if you're using the original blocks, I've done both, where I just put it on as one piece, and I've also peeled it apart and done layer by layer and just rebuild it. I've kind of been in this whole thing lately about just take them apart and do it layer by layer, which I find actually I'm starting to like because it seems to get a better fit, and I don't have to modify it as much on the back side. So when you have a fiddle, you can see this original piece, how thin it is right here and then wide on the sides. It's best to take that apart and let it mold versus having them all stacked up and then trying to get it to mold. It's a pain in the rear. So that is why I took this apart. It's kind of like the whole one little stick is easy to snap, but a bundle of sticks is a lot harder. I want something that's very pliable, so if they're all stacked up, you know, it's very robust, and I can't get it to mold as easily as just one layer, and then the next layer will mold, and so on.
All right, guys, so we have the boots resoled. Now all we have to do is show a little bit of love to the uppers, and that's what we're going to do now. Now this is an oiled leather. As you can see, when I pinch that leather, you can see how the color changes, and that's where it just kind of takes that oil and spreads it across. And that's how you can tell. So what we're going to do is use an oil product or an oiled leather product here that we use a lot on a lot of our boots and our customers' boots, and that will get the conditioners and coloration back into the boot. So let's go. Okay guys, so that just about does it. But before we show you the final product, please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a big thumbs up, and share this video with all of your friends, family, co-workers, everybody. So anyways, Heath, take it away.
All right, so these boots are a logger style boot, and he wanted to go away from the tread on the front, and he wanted to go with leather. So we actually put Baker English pit tan leather on the front, and we decided to do a double row of stitching, one insole, one outsole. This was a stitch down construction. And for the heels, we really wanted the leather on the front, you know, is like a little bit classier, but we wanted to have a little bit of party in the back. So we put some treaded Vibram heels on the back, and I think it just kind of really is a good mix of both sides.
Yeah, I think it kept it, you know.
A little bit of that logger look to it.
Yeah.
But
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Also, make sure that you check out both of our websites down below, potterandsons.com, for all of your shoe care needs. And also, it is summertime still, so check out southernpolish.com for all of our sandals. Anyways, guys, thanks again for joining us. Until next time, have a good day.